Okay guys, some of you guys have watched some of my videos, and this is something I did recently. You'll notice I added a few stickers here and there, but the window mesh is something I'm digging. Facebook group that I'm a part of, one of the guys on there has a low-C DBXL, and he came across this mesh at a craft store for like 69 cents a sheet. And he told me about it. I checked Michael's, which is a big name craft store here in Florida, and I found it for 69 cents a sheet. Essentially, this is what it looks like. This is obviously cut up, but it's like a 12 by 8, like the size of a sheet of paper. And it's found in the yarn section. I'm assuming it's used for, you know, some type of yarning thing. I don't know, but it cuts real easy with scissors, and all I had to do is basically just take the shell off, or take the cage off, and with a small measuring tape, measure out the inside portions and make sure there was just enough overhang behind, so that it was hidden. And I had only white small zip ties, which happen to fit. You'll notice they fit right through the squares, so it's perfect. This one here I covered with a black Sharpie, but actually I don't think this is gonna stay. I'm not, at first I wasn't, I was kind of digging that, but not so much anymore. But I am gonna keep the front and the sides. I left this portion open. I thought that looked pretty sick. So I'm keeping this and this and this and that. So this here is, if I keep it, I'm gonna cut these zip ties out. I ordered some black ones, and I'm gonna paint this black. I think I'm gonna leave it, but I'm gonna paint it black. The only problem is on this side here, it this is the pull start, so you need to be able to access this area, basically the size of my fist. So this will be the only portion that would get the mesh. I still think I may do it. I'm not really sure about it. One of the other guys that I subscribe to, he just bought one of these too, and he actually took the time to use .3 brake fluid and get this factory paint off the panels. They don't sell these panels clear through Rovan. I think you can get them through Bondog, which is the brand name for the panels, Bondog panels, I believe. But they're expensive. You're talking almost $100. You may be able to get them clear, but little elbow grease, some .3 brake fluid, and he was able to get the panels clear and paint them. And they came out insane. He painted his whole rig black and sticking it up. It looks great. So, and by the way, I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but this top panel, the roof panel, is a lot thicker than these panels here. It takes a beat. This thing's flipped a few times, not a scratch on it. I wanted to show you guys something else too. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's happening since most recently, anyway. If I can find the switch. Like you're gonna take a walk with me. I'm so used to finding it with my left hand. This is the Super B Killer Aussie kill switch LED turning on. Headlights, they look pretty good. I'm digging it. Yeah, the throttle trying to adjust itself. I believe it's the throttle. So yeah, that's it. I think it looks pretty good. I leaned out the low side. Unbelievable. I only turned it about 1/8 of an inch. I hadn't touched the carburetor yet. As soon as I leaned that low side out, unbelievable. I swear this thing felt like it had double the power. It no longer gurgles on the fuel like a quick you get a, as soon as I went for wide open throttle or any throttle at all, it would kind of choke and then go, and not anymore. It's just whatever throttle I give it, it just burns up the fuel and takes off. The rear tires do nothing but spin. It's hard to keep it straight. It donuts, like, no matter what. It lays tire on pavement now. It's out of control fast. I honestly didn't think it was that fast out of the box. After my second time driving it, I watched a ton of videos and started thinking, like, man, something's up. Maybe I need to mod the motor, or I need to get a bigger pipe or a better pipe. No, this 30.5cc Rovan motor rips. It just needed to be leaned out a bit. I tried leaning out the high side a little, found out that it didn't need it. So I backed it off again, back to the original factory setting. And to be honest with you, I may richen it up a little bit. As I have a feeling from the factory, they put it on a bench, let it come up to what they felt was a high enough RPM on the high side, left it alone, and on the low side, they kept it a little rich for safety, obviously, and to better break in the motor, allow for better break in, safer break in. But as soon as I leaned it out, it's unbelievable. And the last video I posted, the slinging dirt video, it looks slow now when I watch that video compared to how fast it was last weekend. I didn't get any footage last weekend, but I promise you I will the next time I take it out. I'm working on some better cameras and that whole setup. So that's it for now, folks.